Peter Lau. Today is Friday, October 4th. I'm at 252 South Linden Avenue, Beverly Hills, California. I'll be entering through the left side cleanout. So this cleanout's located along the bottom part of the wall, exterior side of the kitchen sink. In a brief moment, we will be transitioning to the end of the sewer line, as that provides the clearest video. We're about 73 feet into the main sewer line, where it ties in with the city sewer, noted at a depth of 7 feet. I'll be making my way back towards the access point. Currently what you're seeing on the screen is the city sewer lateral that runs 6 inches in diameter, and you can see that there's currently a lot of water being ran in that city sewer, and that's because that's actually coming from the other properties on the block. So if a property is on a sewer system, you're going to have a similar setup where each home has their own individual sewer line that runs out and meets this city sewer. So the distance indicator is noted on the bottom left hand side of the screen. Again, we are working our way back from the city sewer connection, so that number will be decreasing as we pull back. So water was ran prior and during the inspection, just to make sure everything is flowing properly. So what I'm expecting to see, or what I am looking to find if there's any issues with the line, typically with the clay, we're looking out for offsets, root intrusion, and cracks within the line. Those are the most common things to find within the clay. And if there's anything else that may cause complications to the sewer line, I will point them out. So on the left-hand side of the screen, you're seeing a branch growing into the sewer line that's coming from most likely some vegetation or a tree. The reason why roots growing into the sewer line can become an issue is because it could cause a blockage, it could cause slow draining, debris can get caught onto those roots, and then eventually you might have to clear it out at some point. So here we're seeing some fecal matter along with other debris within the line. And then growing in typically at the joints of the clay are these roots. And the reason why roots are able to get into the sewer line, especially the clay portion of the line, is because of offsets. And as we run into an offset, I'll further elaborate. Typically where two sections of pipe are joined together, the joint becomes off-centered over time due to earthquakes, heavy construction, things of that nature. So here's a pretty decent example of what an offset looks like. This joint connects two sections of clay piping together. Once it becomes offset or off-centered, it allows for moisture to seep out of the pipe. And then naturally, if there are any roots or trees growing in close proximity to the sewer line, you're going to get roots growing in. Similar to here. More fecal matter within the line. All of this will flush away with regular water usage, the debris and the fecal matter. The roots are going to be there to stay unless something is done about them. Typically, hydrojet or a snake will clear up these roots. And I will recommend a hydrojet even though there's no blockage at the time of inspection. You're seeing a lot of roots lined within the clay portion. And we're just kind of seeing more of the same thing. Roots growing into the clay. And here we're seeing a large concentration of roots combined with some debris buildup. So what a hydrojet is basically a pressure washing of the line. It'll clear out almost any roots and debris that's been built up using a high water pressure system. We're seeing basically the sides of the pipe lined with roots. And then we do have a transition of materials. So we're going from clay piping to cast iron. cast iron is indicative of the year that this property was built. You're going to see cast iron in homes built before the 1970s. Typically with cast iron, scaling is observed, and we're seeing scaling here as well. Scaling is a buildup of minerals. This will happen with almost all residential cast iron lines that have water constantly being fed through them. It's a buildup of minerals, and it gets caked onto itself over the years. And then at about 12 feet, we have another transition. So we're going from that cast iron piping to ABS, which is considered a modern day plumbing piping technology. You're going to be seeing this in homes built after the 1970s. So all this means is that the ABS is an indication of some work being done to the sewer line, where there would be an addition of a toilet or a kitchen sink. And then here we're seeing another transition from cast iron to ABS. And now somebody just ran some water, perhaps flushed a toilet. And with about 3 feet remaining, this concludes the inspection of the main sewer line. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to call, text, or email me. Thank you.